What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Panic Room. Today I'm going to show you one of the most recognizable pieces of wireless security hardware out there, the Hak5 Pineapple. If you know what a Wi-Fi Pineapple is, awesome. If you've never heard of the Wi-Fi Pineapple before, it's a wireless auditing platform designed for security professionals. It can be used to test how users interact with wireless networks, evaluate awareness training, and demonstrate just how easy it is for people to trust something simply because it says free Wi-Fi. From here on out, our demonstration version of free Wi-Fi will just be called Panic Room, because my neighbors can see the broadcasted SSID and I'm not advertising to them. I'll show you where to set the SSID in the Pineapple GUI, and how to import a captive portal using WinSCP, and how to read the log file after someone enters information in your portal. Everything we're doing here is in my personal lab environment, and the purpose here is for education only. The intent here is to show people, users, or clients how easy it is for a bad actor to spin up a malicious Wi-Fi at your local coffee shop, or even in or around your corporate headquarters. Let's dive into some fun stuff first, and then I'll show you around the web GUI. On my phone, I'm going to connect to Panic Room, which is the Wi-Fi I have broadcasting. Captive portal comes up. Let's log in with a username and password. The username will be test username, and the password will be test password. Remember that for later. Sorry for all the pinching back and forth. The screen gets a little crazy when clicking into fields and whatnot. But anyways, you can see after we entered some info, some of the links unlocked. Those are just my recreation of my link tree. That's not all that unlocked. Let's go see. We're back at the Wi-Fi Pineapple GUI. In the easiest way to show you how to read that log file, it's going to be right from the terminal built into the GUI. You can SSH to this box, you can WinSCP and read the log file from there, but if you're out and about carrying this thing around in a backpack, you're probably going to be logging into the admin interface from your phone. So a quick command here. We're just gonna cap the log file. When I hit enter here, as you can see, we have test username and test password. So you can see we have this thing called the newsletter, watch videos. This was a captive portal that was transformed from a survey type captive portal into something a lot different. All you have to do is go in on the back side of this thing and edit those text fields and whatnot, which if you're this far into your cybersecurity journey or any type of IT journey, I'm sure you know how to do that. If not, there's always your friend ChatGPT. So that brings us to the end of the really fun stuff the Pineapple can do, but that's just one aspect of this thing being able to do many different things. So let's walk around the GUI for a little bit. Starting at the dashboard, this is your mission control. This gives you a high-level overview of what's happening on the Pineapple. You'll see things like connected clients, system status, uptime, storage utilization, and quick access to common functions. Think of it as your home screen. If something important is happening, you'll usually know about it from here. All right, next up, campaigns. I haven't used this very much, but here's the definition for it. Campaigns let you organize your engagements into individual projects. Maybe you're testing one environment today and another tomorrow. You can keep your data separate. Instead of throwing everything into one giant pile, Campaigns let you stay organized and make reporting much easier later on. Like I said though, for just playing around in a lab, never took this thing on an actual engagement, never used this, I'm sure it works fine. Moving on to PineAP. PineAP is the heart of the Wi-Fi Pineapple. It allows the device to interact with nearby wireless clients by advertising access points and responding to probe requests. This can be incredibly useful during wireless assessments because it helps demonstrate how devices automatically seek out networks they've connected to before. It's also a helpful reminder that convenience can sometimes create a security risk. We'll scroll down. This is where we would set the panic room SSID. Right now it's hidden just because I'm not trying to broadcast this out during this demonstration. We handled all that earlier. Evil WPA. This is actually supposed to mimic an AP you can find on site at a hotel or coffee shop. When a device is looking for the actual AP, it might latch onto yours and create a handshake for you to then dive into later on. Got the Evil Enterprise. I've never used it. It looks like if you generate a cert, you might be able to hand out certs. Cert-based Wi-Fi is kind of, I don't want to say newer, but it is more secure than your pre-shared key. Whoops, I probably shouldn't have clicked on that. We'll have to blur that out. Connected clients. Once you get an AP up and running, you'll see everyone connected. You can kick them, keep them connected, do what you want. You can pass through some of your Wi-Fi. So if you did want a captive portal after they connect, you got what you wanted out of it, you can't actually send them out to the internet, so they would have no idea. And then your allow and deny list. This is you can allow and deny SSIDs or client filters. We'll jump into Recon. Pretty much what it sounds like. Reconnaissance. This is where you discover what's happening in the wireless environment around you. You'll see nearby access points, client devices, signal strength, channels, encryption types, and more. If you're trying to understand your wireless landscape wherever you may be, in a lab hopefully, out and about, this is where you'll usually spend a lot of your time. I'm not going to scroll down just because I had this thing in Recon mode and it was able to make me realize just in my area alone how big the wireless landscape really is. And from just letting that run, not harming anybody, it picked up a bunch of handshakes. Which maybe we'll do another video on what a handshake is. Maybe you already know. But there we have it. The next one on the list is logging, which I'm not going to click on just because it would show you every SSID that we have seen in the past. Almost everything the Pineapple does can generate a log. Connections, events, activities. It's all tracked right there. If something unexpected happens or you need to review what occurred during an assessment, that's where you go digging for answers. And almost last, we have modules. Modules expand the capabilities of the Pineapple. Think of them like apps on your phone. The community has developed tools that you can add for additional functionality and automate certain tasks depending on what your goals are. Some modules focus on reconnaissance, others on reporting or quality of life improvements when using the Pineapple. This is where you can customize the Pineapple to fit exactly how you would like it to work. So as you can see, I have a few on the screen right now. The Evil Portal and the MDK4 come right from the community that the Pineapple connects back to. The Delicious Deauth, that is where you can deauth clients that you're targeting, just so that way once you stop deauthing that client, it will redo that handshake, and hopefully you can capture that. But like I said, on the next tab, get available modules. These are directly from the store, but that didn't work, so very typical of me. Manage packages and developer stuff that we'll probably never dive into. So there's that. Alright, so I'm going to show you something right off the cuff. I haven't pre-thought it out, so let's just see if it works. So from here, we are going to go back to our modules, our Evil Portal. Once you click on it, this is when it's going to load. Now, I've been dealing with, I don't want to say issues, but I have this thing on for quite some time, so sometimes some of the services don't start right away. Looks like this one booted up just fine. So as you can see down here, we have the Panic Room portal. That's the captive portal that I was showing you earlier. How did we get it on here? You can click on New Portal and go through the tutorial, and it'll help you make a very basic one. But there's more than just that. So let's see if I still have them over here. So on my hard drive, you can get these right off the Hak5 GitHub. They're really easy to find. On the right hand side of my WinSCP, this is where the portals go, and here's some of the ones that you can just find, like I said, on their GitHub. So if you want, let's see if this works. We'll grab the Facebook login one and we'll just drag it over. We're gonna upload that. I guess I should back up a little bit. If you've never had WinSCP before, simple program, download it. You'll connect to your Pineapple IP and then just use your username of root, and if you change the password, type in your password and you will connect right to the Pineapple's directory. The Pineapple portals are stored on root portals, just like it says up here. Now that we moved that Facebook login over, let's jump back and do a refresh and see if we can get anything to show up. Okay. And down here we have the Facebook login. Let's activate that. Let's even see if we can see what the preview looks like. Oh, that is the most basic Facebook login I've ever seen in my life. But that's the portal right there. Super simple. Put that in. What you would have to do at this point, now that you got the portal over here, up here you would start the web server. The web server is started, but we're not advertising anything until we hit that start. So once we hit that, the start button, I know is not really clearly labeled, but what that's going to do is in your PineAP, it's going to advertise whatever you have in here. So you would obviously unhide that, turn on respond to all requests. Oh, I'm sorry, you would not want to do that. Keep that off, but unhide it and have your fun. But be safe about it. And that's really about it. Underneath the intimidating reputation, it's simply a toolkit. Like any security tool, it's neither good or bad on its own. It's all about how it's used. Understanding how these tools work doesn't make you dangerous. It just makes you informed. And in cybersecurity, awareness is often your strongest defense. Sometimes you gotta know how things work before you can protect against it. So these type of labs are very valuable to you as a person. If you made it this far, congratulations. You now know a lot more about the Wi-Fi Pineapple, more than most people who only know it from hacker movies or shows. I've actually seen an episode, I'm pretty sure it was Silicon Valley on HBO, really good show. They scattered them all throughout an event they were happening. It was pretty funny. You should definitely look that up on YouTube after you finish watching my video, of course. Thank you. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the Panic Room. And remember, question everything.